Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, the part 2 of how to apply for dual citizenship. So earlier we talked more about the report of birth, which was something that I had to do, and in this one we are going to talk more how to get a new passport, basically. So to be able to do that in accordance to the Republic Act number 9225, you will need to be a natural born Filipino. And that is a really good question what that actually is. And generally speaking, a natural born Filipino is someone whose parents or parent, one of them, are Filipinos at the time of the birth of the child. So my mom, she gave birth to me while she still was a Filipino, so that is why I was a natural born one. So that is how you should think if that is the same with your situation. But for further information, in your case, I would recommend you to contact the embassy if it differs, since there could be different circumstances and stuff like that. So just to get the proper guideline, that's the way to go. If you are not a natural born Filipino, that would be that your parents are foreign, then you cannot apply for a dual citizenship in accordance to the Republic Act number 9225. And also for those people who have lost their Filipino citizenship through a naturalization, yes, that sounds better. In a foreign country, will get the opportunity to retain or reacquire for their Filipino citizenship. So what would the rights and privileges be with having a passport? And for me, that was that I wanted to come here and stay here without having to do a lot of visa work or go with someone like my mom for balikbayan, so I can stay here for 1 year. It's a bit more of a hassle, I feel like, especially when you're doing it like me. I've been going back and forth almost every year, and it's not only for 30 days, or was it 90 days that the visa allows you to stay here, and then you need to apply for more days. So that was something that I wanted to avoid, and I'm really happy that I took care of this, and I'm now a Filipino citizen. But yeah, also you can engage in businesses. That's another perk. And if you have a career, you can move it over here. As well as that you can vote if you want to make your opinion heard, and I think that we all should. Yeah, for it to be equal. So what documents do we need? So let's start. But the first thing is a duly accomplished petition form. So this petition form was something that I found through the embassy's website, and then they will present that you need how many copies and how many originals. So Usually there's just one original, but you get what I mean. So there is 2 originals of this one. Even though it is something that you can download from the internet, they want you to write it with a pen twice, basically. So 2 originals for that one. Then we have the ID photos, so that should be 4 pieces, 4 colored ones, 4.5 times 3.5 centimeter, and it should of course be in a proper attire and not older than 6 months before making your application. What I did was just to go to a photo booth outside somewhere, a mall, the train station, and yeah, so that's how I did it. Or maybe if you have a photographer at home, that would work too, as long as it is a white background, that would work. Next up is your birth certificate issued by the Philippine Statistics Authority, PSA, and it should be 1 original and 5 photocopies. So if you are someone who was born abroad, then you should present a copy of the report of birth issued by the Philippine Embassy or consulate. Like I earlier said, if you are going to do the report of birth, do it at the same time as you are applying for your new passport. Otherwise, if it's applicable, the original copy of the birth certificate is needed. So, meaning if you have waited up to 6 months with continuing the process, then you will need to present your report of birth that you can get from PSA. So that is something that you can apply for from their website, and that also goes for those who are born in the Philippines as well, that you apply it from their site. And they also do overseas orders or shippings, so you don't necessarily need to be in the Philippines. And then latest Philippine passport, the original, and 6 photocopies of it. So that's on the page showing photo and also complete name. Certificate of foreign citizenship, that is, for example, something you can get through Skatteverket if you're Swedish once again. And this needs to be apostillized by a competent authority. So in Sweden, if you are based in Sweden, and it needs to be in English, showing the date of naturalization as a foreigner, if that applies to you. Also, if you cannot get it in English directly, you will have to get a translator for that. So it's very important that it is in English, and also that the documents, the forms that you are doing are in capital letters, because they have such requirements that if it doesn't pass those, you will have to provide complete ones. Also, so if you are married, a widow, divorced, or something like that, you will have to submit copy of the appropriate documents. And you can find more information about that on the website, but that wasn't something I had to do because I'm single since birth. I think I've been staying here for a while now. So I'm adjusting to the sense of humor, but it's good. And then we have accomplished passport application form for adult renewal, so that is one original. Also, if your name in your birth certificate from PSA is different from your foreign passport, a affidavit explaining so should be supported, and then we need 2 of these showing the correct name. But also remember that the consular officer can always ask for more documents, so you don't have to read all the requirements 20 times like I did. Hopefully you will not have to do that. That I've been saving you some time from it, but make sure that you have everything in front of you, so that it won't take an extra amount of time, because that is what we are trying to avoid, to make it smoother and much easier. When I had all the requirements, I had to send 1 copy of each document to the embassy, their email address. So that is something they do to make sure that you have everything completed, and I find that very helpful, instead of having to go there and then they will say that no, I'm sorry, we cannot process this because we don't have everything we need. But when they have gone through it, they will send you an email saying that you can come for the oath taking or the picture, yeah, this date. So I received one in the following of 2 weeks, and after that I then received my passport. It was up for release within a month. What they actually do is to collect all the paperwork and then register it in their system. Once they have done that, it needs to reach Manila, and Manila will process it, and they do that with all the different embassies around the world, the Philippines embassies. And after that, they will send the actual passport back for you to get it. So it's a process to do, and specifically in the pandemic, they warned me that it would take a little bit longer time, since things doesn't go as usual, but it went relatively fast anyways. I thought it would take much longer time, but it didn't, so I'm very blessed there. That was pretty much everything, all in all. Remember that requirements are different depending on the situation and also on the embassy that you are applying through. So that was everything for this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Keep safe out there, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.